Congratulations. You're now the IT Quality Assurance Manager in an organization that you may have been working in for several years, or you have just joined as the Quality Assurance Manager. Commiserations. This slide deck is going to cover about 14 slides, including the conclusion, so it's not going to take too long. At most, it's going to be like 5 minutes long presentation, and it might get you over some troubling steps in the beginning. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to my Tosca channel, my automation channel. Today we have an important topic to discuss for all the new quality managers out there. If you've recently stepped into the role of a quality manager, congratulations or commiserations, depending upon your viewpoint. In this video, we'll be diving into the key aspects of being a successful quality manager and how to navigate the responsibilities that come with this role. Well, successful, that's subjective, isn't it? Let's just try to avoid getting fired. So you need to understand your role. As the QA manager, your primary responsibility is to ensure that all IT products and services meet quality standards. Fair enough. Do you know what those quality standards actually are, though? You're responsible for overseeing the entire quality assurance process. Yes, that's you, and you're responsible for all of it. It's true, it's not just you, it's the entire team. But the buck stops with you, okay? And it's the entire quality assurance process. This involves working closely with other departments that you may or may not like, and stakeholders who may or may not be evil, to identify and address issues that will all become quite apparent soon enough. Make sure to establish clear communication channels and set expectations early on. Don't be shy, otherwise you'll be fired out of a cannon. Focus on continuous improvement. Continuous improvement is key to success in any role. As the QA manager, you should always be looking for ways to improve processes and procedures. Just because somebody used to do it this way doesn't mean you have to continue doing it that way, especially if the process is retarded or stupid or an obvious sign of corruption between the owner and the vendor of some crap defect tracking software. Encourage feedback from your team and stakeholders and be open to suggestions for improvement, because they've been suffering too and they have a few ideas that they'd like you to get behind. Regularly assess workflow efficiency and implement changes that lead to better results and reduced bottlenecks. Stay up to date. The IT industry is constantly evolving, and it does feel like a death march from time to time. You can't just learn something and work with it for the rest of your life like a general practitioner type doctor or accountant. And it's important to stay up to date with the latest trends and technologies, because those sands never stop shifting. Attend conferences, if you can get somebody to pay for you to go to them, and workshops, ditto. Read industry publications. Instead of sitting on the toilet with TikTok, maybe read something that will improve your overall situation. And network with other professionals to stay informed. No, not networking with testers who don't care, networking with peers, other QA managers who actually have a vested interest in making their career work. For many people, too many people, testing is a stepping stone into something else. Some example newsletters that I personally read would be the SwissQ newsletter, the JetBrains newsletter, although I haven't read that in a long time, Quality Magazine, the Explio SQS newsletter. Add anything into the comment below if you think I should keep an eye on it. So, strong relationships. Again, this job is not for shrieking violets or those wallflower type characters who can't look people in the eye. You do need to build strong relationships. You need to build them with stakeholders and team members. That's essential if you want to succeed in this role. Take the time to get to know people and understand their needs and concerns. Be approachable and responsive, and allow follow-through on commitments, and always follow through on commitments. Engage with stakeholders early and often. Understand their expectations, gather their feedback, and align QA efforts with project goals. Effective stakeholder communication ensures everyone is on the same page. And yes, that does mean pinging people and actively working on building relationship. Let's go for coffee. Let's do lunch. Hey, are you going for drinks on Friday? These are all good ways to build strong relationships. Cigarette breaks too, right? Communication skills. Well, what are they? Well, they are essential. You need to clearly convey expectations from people. You need to produce the following documents for input into my QA process. That type of thing. If they're JIRA stories, those requirements need to be well written, so there's no ambiguity, so you can have your team just take that stuff in and start working with it. And once things have started, you need to send out progress updates to stakeholders. There's people in the business who are deciding whether or not the budget goes for your salary next year or in a few years' time. So you need to communicate to them some sort of ROI, return on investment, you're doing some sort of value add, right? If your team finds a big bug, make sure you talk about that until people are bored of hearing about it. Active listening and empathy also go a long way in building strong relationships. If someone in the business is complaining about something, empathize with them. Actively listen, take notes. They will love you for it, and you'll be a better manager. Quality assurance frameworks are also part of your day-to-day. You need to select the right QA framework or development framework that aligns with your organization's goals. These decisions are frequently made without you because you might be new to the show. Whether it's Agile, DevOps, or Six Sigma, a framework provides structure and guidelines for consistent quality practices across projects. Agile Release Train is also one of those bullshit frameworks that people want to push out there. But the people who really want to push it out there are the ones who are trying to find their next job and say, hey, look, we know about art. Oh. But it's a lot of bollocks. Now, test automation strategies. Yeah, they're a thing. You need to know about them. Manual testing will never go away despite multiple attempts on its life, okay? Manual testing is dead. Long live manual testing. Especially at the top of the pyramid, okay? Design a tailored test automation strategy for your project, okay? Identify test cases suitable for automation to speed up testing processes. An automated regression test is a wonderful thing to have. Invest in the right tools and frameworks to ensure a robust and maintainable automation suite. Don't just go for Selenium because it's cheap. Cheap, you get what you pay for. That is very true. You can talk about Tosca, not cheap, but you get a lot with it, okay? And at least with Tosca, you won't end up with a hodgepodge of crap automation that the tester who wrote it can't maintain, let alone somebody who comes in new. At least Tosca is recognizable from one test contract hire to another. Guess what? You're also going to have some challenges. Someone isn't going to like you, someone isn't going to like the way you do things, and someone isn't going to like your ideas. Get used to not being liked by everybody. It's the status quo. Challenges are inevitable. Develop problem-solving skills and remain adaptable. When facing tight deadlines or resource constraints, prioritize tasks strategically and make informed decisions, and then communicate your decisions with everybody involved. Don't rely upon overtime. Do not donate your personal time to a company for free. What else is on a quality assurance manager's plate? Well, regulations. Yeah, it's bullshit of the highest order, but it will keep you on the straight and narrow. It'll keep you honest. If your industry is regulated, ensure compliance with the relevant standards. Understand the requirements, implement necessary processes, and maintain documentation to demonstrate adherence. You're going to hear about ISO, IEEE for software testing. You're going to hear about ISO 9001 quality management systems. There's a bunch of stuff out there for the drug pushers, the pharmaceutical companies, and there's a bunch of regulations out there for the aircraft business. I don't work with drugs or airplanes, so I don't know about them, and therefore I don't care. You need to measure your success. So define success metrics beyond just the absence of defects. You're not a tester anymore, Timmy. Apu. Evaluate the impact of your QA efforts on project outcomes, such as faster releases, improved customer satisfaction, and reduced support requests. If at first you don't succeed, keep sucking until you do succeed. There you go. That wasn't too painful. So in conclusion, as you embark on this exciting journey as a quality assurance manager, remember that your role is integral to delivering high quality products. By focusing on leadership, collaboration, process improvement, and effective communication, you'll be well equipped to drive quality assurance excellence within your organization. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more valuable insights on quality management and automation. See you in the next video, where I'll go into more depth on all of these topics. I think that's the end of the presentation. Bye bye.